That's Adrienne. Hi, Mr. Mayor and Council. Adrienne from North Cowichan, speaking on behalf of COAP. I was looking at the budget and I was noticing from the CAO department that the fact that the CAO of the corporation has CAPE as the #1 priority over a bylaw, the OCP, in the budget makes zero business sense to me anyway. The role of any CAO or CAO is to work for and make money for shareholders in a company, and since it's now obvious that the citizens are not the shareholders, as none of these CAPE plans will enrich our lives, I ask who is. The council received money from the Federation of Canadian Municipalities to the tune of $78,800 for the CAPE update in 2022. In addition, the council became a participant in the Provincial Climate Action Charter and a member of the FCM for Partners for Climate Protection. I've explained to you before that the FCM partners with ICLEI, of which the CVRD is a member, who was literally created at the United Nations headquarters in New York to be promoting Agenda 21 to local governments. You said you based your science that no one here has read on the IPCC. The IPCC is also a United Nations climate body. In 2020, the UBCM made a resolution to help local municipalities meet the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. You receive good money from the UBCM to hire contractors to take unusable climate polls. At what point are we going to just admit that we're following international, United Nations-led goals, agendas, and targets, and not the goals of Jane down the road? CAPE was and is in no way the priority of the community. In fact, if any of you went to the streets and asked the citizens if they wouldn't mind sucking up the hardships it entails, like hundreds of thousands of dollars in retrofitting their homes and not using their vehicles, to tax increases to fund this $500 million plan, increased utilities, etc., all just to not increase North Cowichan's emissions by an estimated 1 to 2% in 20 years, people are struggling to feed their families. You would not get a consensus. You declare a climate emergency without a definition and without any data. Another rather odd thing for a business to rely on as a model. You wonder why people come here passionate? Because there never was a consensus from the citizens, just like there's no consensus from scientists around anthropogenic warming. And as you continue to help impoverish us through these policies and not listen to constituents, this recipe is one historically of revolt. If you really think people care about the climate or the environment when they're poor, go visit one of those countries where they suffer. Because I can say personally, I'll have no problem chopping down all the trees in my backyard to heat the house for my children. Thank you.
Thank you.